What's going on? It's your boy TK here, back with another video. I'm gonna do something a little different today, and gonna do another old school ride along. As you can see, this is an old school Mopar right here. I don't know y'all, anybody familiar with Plymouth? They've been around for a long time, but of course they're not around right now. But this is how it was back in the day. A Plymouth Road Runner. Well, I'm about to introduce you to somebody. Like I said, this is a story behind this car. This is Stephen Scribner. Scribner, that's how you pronounce it. Yep. This is his car right here. And hey, Stephen, this is such a beautiful car. Appreciate you giving me a ride on your car today. Well, if you don't mind, I want to ask you some questions. Tell me all about your Road Runner. What's the story behind it?
Well, this was my dad's. He bought it in late '68 and owned it all my life. And it was like the big brother my dad loved more. Mm-hmm. You don't touch my car, you know. But you know, he kept it nice, and I'm trying to do the same thing, you know, for another 50 years or whatever.
Keeping the legacy alive, man. Yep. That's what it's about. It's more than just a car. It's something special, especially, you know, you said your dad owned it for so long, bought it when it was new, and kept it in the family for a long time, and now you inherited it. So,
and it's got 57,000 miles on it.
Oh, check that out.
It's just getting broke in.
And this a 50-some-year-old car. What, 1968?
54 years old, I think.
Yeah, and it's still kicking.
Yeah, been to California twice.
I know that's right.
My mom and dad took it on their honeymoon to California, and there was one guy that owned it before them, before my dad did, and he drove it to San Francisco and drag raced it up there for a while.
Cool.
He brought it back, sold it to Hazel Riggs, and then Hazel Riggs sold it to my dad in late '68. So
Cool.
This was my mom and dad's everyday driver for when they got married. My mom had a '57 Chevy, and my dad had this. And that's what they drove.
That's awesome, man.
My dad was a police officer in Maroa. He said he used to stick a little light on top, and he'd drive the car around Maroa, you know, for his police duties. Yeah, so that's pretty neat, you know.
Yeah.
Neat thing.
Well, folks, seeing a original 426 Hemi on these cars, like, I know we got the modern day Hemis where, you know, modern day fuel injection now, but a carburetor system. But I might not be that familiar with the old school Hemis, but you probably know more about it. Can you tell me about this engine?
I think new they came out with like stock 430 some horsepower. But it was more like 450 something. They lowered the horsepower rating on the sticker to get by with insurance reasons. So it's more like 450 stock.
Yeah, they basically underrated them so that way it can pass through insurance and stuff. Okay. But an original 426 Hemi, so basically in today's standards, it'd be a 7-liter V8.
Yeah,
I'm assuming it's
7.8, I think.
Yeah, it's a big displacement bid block, they call it.
This is the daddy of all those ones that are running around now.
Well, that's how it originated from, and then of course we got the newer ones now. Now we got what the newer Hemis, the 5.7,
yeah,
the 6.4s.
They're putting out like 700 some horsepower or more.
The 6.2 with the Hellcat, the Challenger ear charger. And they pretty much put it in everything. The Rango, the Ram truck, TRX, and supercharged Hemi.
They're all over the place now.
Yeah, of course the Challenger Demon. They brought the nameplate back. Got 800 plus horsepower. That's crazy.
Crazy.
But modern day technology, you can do that now.
This is completely stock.
A fully bone stock 1968 Plymouth Road Runner. I mean, that's a sight to see nowadays. It's extremely rare. Really is. Like I said, Stephen, I appreciate you giving me a ride in the Road Runner today. This a nice car. Even though I am very open-minded about certain vehicles. I mean, I like all vehicles. And then hearing an old school Hemi just roar to life. I mean, I know this car is older than I am. I'm 25 years old. I was born in the mid-90s, but I do appreciate the older cars as well because I can learn from them and how they got started and what paved the way for the newer cars today. There wouldn't be a newer school Hemi, the modern day Hemis without these cars. We gotta learn from the past. So
I wish they'd bring back a Road Runner.
Oh, that
outside of course we got caught.
Yeah, that would be cool if Plymouth was around still, but unfortunately, we already know that ain't gonna happen. But I see some people make retro kits of them and stuff like that, but of course it's not a Road Runner. Yeah, me being this car, it's like a blast from the past. I'm just trying to picture myself, me, if I was alive back then, how it was and everything like that. And I kind of got the idea. I get it.
They were all like this back then. They were all, all the cars were practically most of the cars were.
Yeah, that's just how it was. This is as old school as it's gonna get, even though this is a late 60s muscle car, but having drum brakes. Got a fire truck went through. Other than that, such an awesome car, yes indeed. Good old 4-speed Hurst shifter. When you talking about muscle cars, this is how it was, especially an old school manual. Seems like just like any other muscle car back in that era, this is pretty much how the interiors was. Pretty much basic, but it worked.
AM radio.
AM, yeah, that's how, it wasn't no FM, just AM radio. And I know this car don't have air conditioning as an option, but hey, who needed AC back then? At least you know your heat worked.
Yeah, heat works.
everybody. I'm pretty much gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I had a really good time riding along in the 1968 Plymouth Road Runner. I want to thank my guy Stephen for giving me a ride in his Road Runner. Such a beautiful car. Old school Hemi, old school Mopar. Yes, indeed. All right, everybody. Like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, TK Turbo. I'm out.